everybody. So today is Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And today is my last review for Jane Austen Month, which has been so much fun. I've really enjoyed going back and watching these Jane Austen films, which I love so much. And I hope you've enjoyed my talking about them each week. We're going to have some fun episodes of Family Movie Night coming up. And we're going to be talking in the future about classic Hollywood musicals. We're going to have a whole month in April, so I'm really looking forward to that. But today we are talking about Jane Austen, and we're talking about the most recent version of Emma. And we just barely had my review of the 1996 version of Emma, and that was really fun to revisit. And now we're talking about the 2020 version. I also really love the 2009 version. That probably is my favorite, and so maybe I will do that one also eventually on this channel for Family Movie Night. But today we're talking about 2020 version, and there are so many things that I like about this version of the story. First of all, I think Anya Taylor-Joy is really wonderful as Emma. I think that she feels like a teenager more than any of the other versions. You definitely get that vulnerability, and she has those moments where she'll just get emotional or she'll cry. There's one where she's in the hallway by these statues, and she tries to get some comfort from her father, and he has none to give. He's just completely incapable of that kind of reassurance. And I think that's a really good scene. And I like the way that the movie is shot from the perspective of the servants, and you get to see them going about their days and doing things. And I thought that was sort of a creative choice that I liked, because in the new version of Emma, you really have to try to do some different things, because it's been told so many times, and there's so many versions of it that if you just did a completely straight version, then it just wouldn't be interesting. So I appreciate they took some risks with this version, and they have some interesting cinematography and shot placement that I liked. I also thought the costumes were really excellent. From what I've watched some videos, and they've said that it's some of the most historically accurate of any of the versions of Emma. We did over at Hallmarkies podcast, we did an episode where we talked about all the different versions of Emma, and that was really fun. I'll put a link down to that if you want to hear my opinions on every single version. I really liked Johnny Flynn as Mr. Knightley. I thought that he and Anya Taylor-Joy had really nice chemistry. I guess they have a big age difference, but I didn't feel that. I felt like he was kind of a more younger Knightley they were trying to go after, which I appreciated, and I thought was an interesting dynamic. I like the way that his performance is very physical. There's points where he's like flailing on the ground. He's so frustrated, and you just feel his frustration and see his frustration. I thought that worked really well. Of course, I love Bill Nighy as her father. He's great. He's always good. I've never seen him bad in any roles. And then Mia Hoff is definitely the best Harriet Smith that we've ever had. Her sweetness, her shyness, just everything about her. I think she fits the character so well for Harriet. And then she gets this confident moment at the end, and you know that really means something to her, and when she's telling Emma about her dad. And I think that you see a growth to that character that's really, really nice to see. You have Josh O'Connor as Mr. Elton, and I think that works well. I really like Tanya Reynolds as Mrs. Elton. I think that she is very funny when she's talking about how similar the Emma's house is to her brother's house, and how horrified Emma is. That whole scene is, I think, really funny. The way they do the hair is very, very like period accurate, like creating the bows with hair. I think it looks really cool and different. I also really love the music in this movie. It's very, I really like the way they use choral music in the movie. I think it adds a lot of depth of character and atmosphere, and I think that makes it work very well. All the town and everything, Highbury feels very real and lived in, and I think they did a great job. I just think it's a great version of Emma. Really enjoyed it. And so it was the last movie that I saw in theater before the shutdown. So it kind of has a special place in my heart there. I went with my mom to see it another time. I saw it 3 times in the theater, which is probably the last movie that I've seen 3 times in the theater. I don't know, but I love it. I think it's great. I really enjoy the story of Emma and her vulnerability. I love all the witty banter between Mr. Knightley and Emma. So let me know what you think of this version. Do you like it, not like it? Where do you feel on it? I really enjoy all the production choices that they made. I really like Anya Taylor-Joy, and I really like Johnny Flynn and their chemistry. So it works for me. Even the nosebleed scene, I just think it's different and fun and clever, and I appreciate that they didn't do just the obvious choices, that they tried different things. So to me, it's fun. So let me know what you think. I would appreciate your thoughts. And thanks so much. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that so much. I also have the Patreon group and merch store. Your support is so needed. I appreciate it so much. Also check out the Hallmarkies podcast. Like I said, we have that video that podcast where we ranked all of the Emmas. So thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.